For a player I do want to mention here, and it comes out of the New York Giants because we've talked about the Giants already here, and the Giants are going through some big time changes in their roster. I mean, they're going for a full on rebuild, young players. They're trying to compete in their division, but they're also trying to compete for the next decade. One player I want to mention here who's an aging player on the roster who we can get for a bargain here. That is James Bradbury. When you look at the New York Giants, their starting corner, James Bradbury, has been a solid corner. I mean, I believe he made a Pro Bowl. Yeah, he made a Pro Bowl in 2020, and has had a solid career with them. I mean, he's been one of the best corners in the league. It's not saying a whole lot because there's not a lot of great lockdown corners. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at James Bradbury, he could fit perfectly into our Vikings defense. When you look at our team right now, and you're looking at both sides of the ball for the Vikings, what is our biggest need? It's a corner. There's no question about that. I mean, you look at our cornerback room right now. I mean, we obviously just lost Jeff Gladney. We're likely going to lose Patrick Peterson and Mackenzie Alexander. It's not like we should bring those players back anyways. We lost Bashad Breeland, and we're stuck with who's our starting corners? Cam Dantzler, who's alongside of Chris Boyd. Okay, we have a big hole at corner right now. And a lot of people are saying, well, if we just draft a cornerback in the first round, we're going to be fine. Absolutely not. Okay, cornerbacks in the first round, I don't care if they were drafted in the first, second, third round. Cornerbacks typically in the rookie season do not look good. Now, there is exceptions. I understand there is exceptions. However, at the end of the day, cornerbacks in the rookie season, you do not want to have as your cornerback one. But who can be our cornerback one? James Bradbury, starting corner for the New York Giants, could be traded away from their team. It would save them, I believe it would save them like $14 million if they trade James Bradbury. No, $12 million, which we can pay him. $12 million for Bradbury, that is a bargain. I will take James Bradbury, have him as a starting corner, and put either a rookie or Dantzler alongside him. Whoever looked good. But if you take a look at James Bradbury here, James Bradbury played all 17 games in the 2022 or 2021 season, where he racked up 4 interceptions, a fumble return, and a 62.8 PFF grade. 62.8 as a corner is not bad. Now, it would cost us $12 million. $12 million might sound like a lot of money at the end of the day for a corner, a starting corner who could potentially be a lockdown corner in the NFC North. I mean, $12 million is solid. That would adjust our cap to negative $32 million. Now, I've mentioned how obviously negative $32 million is awful when it comes to spending. But at the end of the day, if you trade away Danielle Hunter, if you cut Michael Pierce, you're going to be in an okay cap situation. James Bradbury is a player that the Vikings could look to bringing in. Now, his only question here is his age. Now, realistically, he might be 29 years old. At the end of the day, he has not started to hit a decline in the NFL. He still looks like he's in his prime at least. And then at the end of the day, I mean, corners typically play into their 30s. So we could have Bradbury for the next 4 years and likely be a transitional piece because as of right now, it looks like the Vikings are looking to compete in the 2022 season. Now, we've mentioned already that we're not going to they've said that they're likely not going to trade away Kirk Cousins, but you cannot rule out any possibility right now. The moment the Colts offer you 2 first-round draft picks, you're not going to turn that down. So we're not going to rule out the possibility, but it's looking unlikely. And I'm totally fine with that. I mean, the Vikings can easily win their division next year, especially if Aaron Rodgers is gone. Bradbury can be that piece that can be the difference maker on our defense. We cannot expect that we're just going to get a corner in the first round as well. I mean, I understand there's a lot of corners that are expected to fall to us at 12 that are expected to still be available for the Minnesota Vikings. At the end of the day, I don't care what position it is. You should just take whoever the best player available is. And corner is huge. So I guess when I say that, I mean like just taking whoever is the best player and then also factor in like their value of the position, like cornerback, quarterback. I mean, these are very valuable positions. But at the end of the day, having Bradbury on our defense would be such a sigh of relief as we have not had a lockdown corner since what? Xavier Rhodes for 2 years, it felt like. I mean, Xavier Rhodes fell off fast. He was a huge, massive hit in the first round, and then he was the best corner in the league at some point, and then fell off pretty quick. But at the end of the day, if the Vikings do cut Danielle Hunter or cut Michael Pierce and we find a trade destination for Danielle Hunter, we're fine when it comes to the salary cap. And no, you guys, salary cap's not a myth, okay? A lot of people who say that are just out of their mind. Salary cap is not a myth. You have to factor this in because this can screw yourselves over in the future if you just dismiss the salary cap, which is exactly what the Vikings have done in the past, and it has not worked out at all for us. So no, salary cap is not a myth. I know a lot of you guys like to say that, but it's not. You have to factor this in.